What is up, everybody? It is me, Nathan Webb, coming at you with episode 5 of The Coffee Club. Today we are checking out Signal's House Blend, and it's going to be a freaking party. I want to make sure the camera's rolling. 1 second.
Oh, we're golden.
We are golden. Today's episode is sponsored by none other than Chloe Brown. Chloe, I have no idea if you actually meant to sponsor an episode because you just kind of Venmo'd me money out of the blue with no context at all. So I am very appreciative, and I'm going to consider it a coffee club sponsorship and include you in this video. So thank you so much. Chloe and I met, I believe it was 2 summers ago at a summer camp that we both work in Tennessee. So it's been really great to get to meet you, Chloe. I'm really glad that you're going back this year. I'm really bummed out that I can't. I hope you have a great time with all of the kids, and yeah, just have an awesome summer. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. I actually didn't plan on filming a video today. I kind of walked into the gas station to pay with cash. I was getting gas, and I saw the coffee, and I'm like, ooh, I got time. And so, yeah, I've never heard of Signal. I know that they're a gas station because I got gas there, and I know they have coffee because I got coffee there, but I don't know how widespread they are. If I was stopping for myself, just the way it looked, I wouldn't have, I'm surprised that I stopped there. It was kind of a spontaneous move to get gas, and then an even more spontaneous move to get coffee. So, without further ado, let's get that first sniff out of the way. My 8th grade science teacher, Mr. Johnson, taught us about wafting something, and I'll do that in videos now, just as a tribute to him. So it doesn't smell that great or that bad. It's pretty dark if you're able to see. If you're not, my bad. But yeah, that's pretty dark. Like I can actually, if I hold it still and the wobbling stops, I can see my reflection pretty clearly in it. Like, that's how just smooth of a dark surface this is. So, let's go ahead and give it a sip. This is Signal's House Blend, totally black. So, it's not as full flavored as some that I've had, but it is definitely more on that side. And it's not a very great flavor. Yeah, like I got some friends that I'll hang out with. Like, I went to church yesterday with one of my friends, and we both went and got coffee, and she didn't put anything in it, and I just said a little prayer for her because I don't know how you can do that. It's so gross. I've got another friend who will just drink gallons of coffee black and no water, which is horrendous. Everybody needs to be drinking water. This is a PSA. Please drink water. I ought to start drinking water in these videos just to set an example for the rest of you, but I usually keep my water drinking to off camera. So this isn't great. It's not the worst thing that I've ever had, but I'm not a huge fan of it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the first hazelnut creamer. And I'm trying to think of ways to do these videos and be less wasteful. And one of the ways that I think I can do it is by buying just a giant thing of this creamer so that I'm not creating a bunch of individual packets of waste. I don't have a stirring mechanism. That is not great. So, Alright, well, only God can judge me, so I'm going to be using this marker to stir up my coffee. Glad I brought my backpack today. I was actually on the way to go to the library and just do some personal studies and stuff. But here I am doing a coffee club instead. Got to stay true to my brand. So this is Signal's coffee. That actually didn't change the color a ton. Put that in the sun. Yeah, it's pretty brown. So we are going to be trying this now. This is Signal House Blend 1 hazelnut creamer. So if you saw my last video, I talked about how normally whenever you add one hazelnut creamer, it kind of just dilutes the bitterness of the coffee, but it doesn't give it like a very strong hazelnut taste, and how in that last video it did, and that was not characteristic of what I've personally experienced when doing these videos or drinking coffee myself. And this is definitely a return to normalcy. It lowered the bitterness of the actual coffee, but the hazelnut taste is not really there. Yeah, it's there a tad if I like really concentrate, but I'm not gonna concentrate while I'm drinking my coffee. I'm not gonna like sit there and just process like, all right, I'm gonna taste the hazelnut in this. That's not how I'm doing it. So this is fine. It's not good, but I could drink it if I had to. I'm wondering if the more I expose myself to darker and darker coffee by testing it out in these videos, the more I'm actually kind of building up my tolerance of it. And so I'm wondering if the earlier reviews will at some point have to be re-reviewed under a new palette. So this is for as much of a joke as these videos are, I do take it as seriously as I can in terms of trying to make everything as fair as possible. I even use the same brand of hazelnut creamer, which usually means for every single video I've had to go to a separate gas station and get their hazelnut creamers, because that's what I started with. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in, whoops, sprayed it everywhere. Gonna go ahead and add creamer number 2. Gonna get my handy dandy stirring device back out. There is a man watching me and actually approaching me. This is quite strange. Hello, sir. Maybe we'll get him in the background. Yes, he was looking dead at me. So I hope you have an excellent day. Thank you for not interrupting my video. 2 creamers, Signal House Blend. Let's get it. Tastes like hot water. The color is definitely lighter than it was earlier. Why would it taste like water? Alright, so 2 creamers. This kind of sucks, to be honest. It literally just tastes like hot water, but it has a thicker consistency than water. And so it's just like drinking thick water, and it's also hot. Like if you left your water bottle out in the sun, and you were like all excited to go and get a nice drink after playing Ultimate Frisbee or some sort of other game, and you go and you take a sip and it's just hot, and you're like, oh, you know, maybe dehydration isn't such a bad thing. I shouldn't have, you know, had a sip of this. So that's kind of what it reminds me of, those hot summer days where I was playing street hockey or just running around and being a goon, and then drank hot water and was kind of just disappointed with life in general. But it's like that, but thick. So I'm gonna add a 3rd because it can't get worse, in my opinion. Not that it's horrible. Like if you held a gun to my head, I could do it. Unlike some of the other coffees that I have tried before, where I like Casey's. I don't even mean to just hate on Casey's, but their house blend, you put a gun to my head, I might just say, hey, you know, the end result is going to be the same. This way I don't have to drink coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and add number 3. Hot water? I mean, come on. I don't even know how that happens. Like, this is the same size. It's a medium. This is the same kind of creamer. I filled it up to about the same way. And actually this one, to be quite honest, I might have actually overfilled a little more compared to the other ones. And, you know, even with adding like the creamers and stuff, it should have had a stronger flavor than water. You know, like water has more flavor than this, and it is better for you. So this is 3 creamers. We're gonna see if this is redeemable. I don't know, bottoms up. It's just sweet water now. It's literally just sweet water. That's it. Like, it's sweet water. And it doesn't even taste like hazelnut. It just tastes like sugar. But not even like a ton of sugar, just like a little bit of sugar to make you like uncomfortable. It's just... Ugh, yeah, this is not great. I have 4, and if you've seen my other videos, you know that I make a big stink if I have to get anything past 3, because 3 is my max. And I'm tempted to try 4 just because I don't plan on drinking this anyways. It's not good. This is not my favorite. So let's just go ahead and do 4. Honestly, I'm very disappointed in this coffee. Which, now that I say that out loud, I'm literally disappointed with a beverage that I bought at a gas station. That's who I am becoming because of filming these videos. So, I do this for all of you. Alright, let's get my stirring device back out. It's very light now. I don't know if you're able to see that or not. There's definitely a shadow on it, so it's going to appear darker in the video if that even shows up. But whenever I hold it into the sun, it's like I just screamed coffee at a cup of milk. So, 4 creamers, Signal House Blend. Let's get to it. All right. I'm going to pose a challenge to all of my faithful viewers. Go to a gas station, get International Delight Hazelnut Creamer, just get one of these, open it, and just ingest the entire thing in one sitting, just like, boom, in one gulp. Do that, and that is as accurately as I can describe what this tastes like. This literally tastes like I am just drinking a straight up creamer, and I'm not a fan. So normally I have a little segment where I say, you know, like let's sip on this for a little bit and, you know, have a chat. I actually don't have anything prepared for today. Not that I have anything prepared for any of the videos. Last video where I talked about gentrification and just some of the thoughts I've had on that in the area that I live in, that was about as prepared as I've ever been, and the only thing I prepared was that I was going to talk about it. I didn't like practice it or anything. So this, we will not be sipping on this. In fact, this is actually going to be disposed of, which is a shame, but we can still have a little coffee chat. So for those of you who watch, I know I've got a couple people that watch all of my videos. Shout out to the 4A family, especially for viewing all of mine like as a family unit. That's just such a great thing to do to really bring the family together. You know, if I had to rank the things that really bond a family together, it would be like, you know, all right, everybody. One of the more interesting things that has happened in a coffee club video has just happened. So it is a very hot day today, and this is where I film most of the coffee club videos, and I film them here because I usually have to come back to this gas station to get hazelnut creamer, because a lot of the gas stations either don't have it or they have a different brand, and I'm trying to be consistent. So I am sitting here and I'm facing the sun. It's 11:44 a.m. and the sun is kind of beaten down at this really perfect angle right here. And I put my tripod here in my car, like right there on the floor, and then the camera sits about right here, and then it faces me. So the camera is sitting in direct sunlight, and so I finished up the whole video after the cut that you just experienced there, and then I turned it around and the camera app wasn't even up, and so I'm like, what? No. And so I like opened it and it said temperature is too high to use the camera. So using the camera whenever I finish these videos, it like makes my phone really hot because it's recording at a pretty high quality for a pretty long time. And so with that in mind, and then having it in the direct sunlight coming down through this, window, it just shut off in the middle of the video. So I'm going to recap basically everything that was said. It was all off the fly, but I remember most of it. The part that I'm most bummed about, honestly, is whenever I was talking to the 4A family and thanking you all for watching, which is great. Thank you for watching all of my videos together, and I ranked the 4 things that'll really bond a family together, and the first one is prayer. That'll really, get your family, really tight and close together. The second is just, spending time together as a family unit, which is great. That's something that every family should do. The third is watching my coffee club videos. That is one of the easiest ways, albeit the third most effective way to just get your family really bonded together as a unit. And then the fourth is to do community service together. So thank you for indulging in something that is so fun, which would be these videos, and also building your family unit together. And with that in mind, thank you to everybody that watches my videos on a consistent basis. I think there's like 12 of y'all or something. It's fun to hear y'all respond to them, and I appreciate that y'all are watching my humorous content. With that in mind, the thing that I was really talking about today in the coffee chat was basically just I am not only releasing coffee club videos. I've released, when this one goes out, I believe this will be my 6th video, because I have the one video that I put on my channel of my brother's hacky sack team doing kind of like a funny highlight reel for them. So I have a couple other videos in mind that I'm going to be working on, and I'm excited to do those. I'm kind of running some of the ideas by people out here as I have them, and some of them are landing and some of them aren't, which is good. But if you have ideas of things that you think I should do or that would be fun to watch, I would love to hear them, and that would be a great thing to leave in the comments section down below. I would also like to hear if y'all want me to review other things that would be interesting. Like doing gas station coffee is interesting in and of itself, because I don't think anybody is doing that, and I don't know that many people that would actually want to watch a serious review of a gas station coffee. So any other weird items or ideas or philosophical concepts that you would want me to review or that you think would be funny, I would at least take them into consideration. So with that in mind, I ended this video with the final rating of, I'm going to take another sip, which I don't want to do because I already took a last sip in the other cut, but here we go. Signal, you did a great job. I rated this a 0.5 out of 5, which is my lowest rating to date. I expected that Casey's one to honestly be one of the lower ones for a while, and I didn't expect this one to actually beat Casey's in terms of just lack of quality, but it did. It definitely did, and it's not great. So don't mean to bash Signal, but definitely dropped the ball on that one. They've got 2 other kinds of coffee that I'll probably go and check out pretty soon, just so we can put Signal to rest, because all of these coffee places have a bunch of different kinds of coffee, and we're going to be trying all of them. I'm just hitting all the house blends early on because that seems like a fun way to start the series. So with that in mind, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Chloe, for sponsoring today's video, whether you meant to or not. It means a ton. I miss you. Next time I'm back in North Carolina, if we're in similar areas, because I know you're from Raleigh, I think, then we got to get together. We got to link up. Definitely happy that you're still doing camp. I wish I could be there this year. It breaks my heart that I'm not, but I know that you're going to have an awesome time nonetheless. So if anybody else wants to sponsor a video, it's $2. You just send that to NWebbNC on Venmo. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching episode 5 of The Coffee Club. I'm Nathan. I love you all. Yes, it didn't heat up again. I was really scared it might.